demand with Manchester United. A lot of people think that United need to improve their midfield. Yeah. Do you think Carlos Baliba is the solution? Are you a Baliba?
I was waiting for you to say that. You had to say it. You had to say it. I am a Belieber. I really am. I mean, what I find fascinating is the recruitment that Brighton do, the data-driven recruitment, how widespread their recruitment is, that they lose a player of the calibre of Moises Caicedo. They lined up Carlos Baliba as that replacement straight away, signed from Lille. Took a little bit of time to settle in at Brighton, but last season he was terrific. He's got the physicality to get around the pitch. He's exactly what everybody's talking about, what Manchester United need. Casemiro in the back end of his career. Last season, Christian Eriksen there again, back end of his career. They have got Manuel Ugarte, they have got Kobbie Mainoo as well, but it feels like a younger player who can get around the pitch in that defensive midfield area is what Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, is crying out in his system. And Jeff, you really, like, Bruno Fernandes is still the star man at United, despite the signings they've made. For me, if I see Carlos Baliba in that defensive midfield spot, that frees up Fernandes more to do what Manchester United need Bruno Fernandes to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think bringing him in would be exciting because it gives Fernandes a chance then to link up with all these new players that are coming in, and it just lets him be him. And I think it'd be a perfect fit.
Because we see him drop back,
too
chase
far,
a lot.
Yeah.
He does, doesn't he? Does almost like the dirty work in midfield when you kind of want Bruno Fernandes to be that link, as you said, and the link with Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and now Benjamin Sesko up front. You throw Carlos Baliba in the mix, I don't think I'll be the only one believing. It will be the Manchester United fans believing that they can do something very, very special. But Matt, will they get him this window? Very unlikely. Brighton won't want to sell. Yeah. You mentioned the figure they're talking about. They want in excess of what Chelsea paid for Moises Caicedo. I believe they could get in excess of what Chelsea paid for Moises Caicedo. I rate this player that highly, and he's young. He's only 21 still.
And we should make it clear that Brighton have made it clear that he is absolutely not for sale. They want to keep hold of Carlos Baleba, and it sounds like if anyone wants him, they're going to have to spend big money.
Alejandro Garnacho, who is getting closer and closer to becoming a Chelsea player. What I can tell you is that Chelsea and Manchester United are now actively in talks to reach an agreement for Alejandro Garnacho, because the player has been clear with Manchester United. He wants to go to Chelsea, only Chelsea Football Club. From Saudi they tried, no chance. From Italy they tried, no chance. From Germany they tried, no chance. His former coach Erik ten Hag tried at Bayer Leverkusen, no chance. Manchester United, no. That Alejandro Garnacho wants to go to Chelsea. Now the two clubs are negotiating. The contract for the player is agreed, is done, is okay. It's 100% done on Garnacho's side. Now, club to club, trying to reach an agreement. I expect Chelsea to accelerate. They are already accelerating. And so, keep an eye on Garnacho, because Chelsea really want to make it happen, and I see Alejandro Garnacho becoming a Chelsea player. In this summer transfer window, I maintain my positions in July. I keep telling you, don't forget Garnacho. Well, we are entering into the final stages of the Alejandro Garnacho story very soon for Chelsea. So that's going to be an important one. The Donnarumma story, one of the big stories of the recent hours. Remember what I told you, Donnarumma not part of the squad for the Super Cup against Tottenham, and so Donnarumma and PSG, the relationship is completely broken. I can tell you that, just to add some context to this story, Donnarumma is really sad. Donnarumma is really disappointed. Donnarumma is really upset because he believes that he's been a legend for Paris Saint-Germain, always helping the club, doing fantastic last season, winning the Champions League, winning everything, and now not to be part of the Super Cup when he was actually being a big part of that squad to win the Champions League and then to reach also the European the European Super Cup. At that point, obviously, is disappointing for the player. I expect Donnarumma to react very soon. I tell you this tonight. You will see in the next hours. I expect those close to Donnarumma to react as well. They want to take a position, so that's going to be an important point. Paris Saint-Germain are very clear, no contract extension, no place in the squad. Now, about Donnarumma, I wanted to clarify something. I keep saying that Premier League is the most likely destination. Then, guys, also important to add something on another situation, the one of Jadon Sancho. For Jadon Sancho, many rumors about Besiktas. Besiktas would love to sign Jadon Sancho, but my understanding is that Sancho doesn't want to go to Turkey, at least now, at this point of the market. Then, if on the 1st of September, Sancho is going nowhere, and then the Turkish market is still open, and he has the possibility to go elsewhere, we will see. But at the moment, Sancho is not considering a move to Turkey. He prefers to wait. There are Italian clubs calling. And so let's see what's going to happen, because obviously the exit of Sancho is going to be another important topic of these final days and weeks of the summer transfer window. So we will be